Okay, hello everybody. This is Lama Caroline in Ganchen Janjubling in Malaga, Spain. Yeah, and we're going to continue with the explanation of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, written by our precious teacher Lama Ganchen Rinpoche. Okay. So first we're going to do the NgalSo preliminary prayers. So who would like to join? You're very welcome. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we do the prayers to put ourselves into a, let's say, more meditative state of mind before we receive these teachings, okay? So we disconnect a little bit from the ordinary, everyday busyness, the stress and so on, yeah? And then put our mind in the direction of the Dharma. I'll just switch off that. Okay. Namo Guru Bhye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Guru Bhye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Guru Bhye Namo Buddhaya Namo Dhammaya Namo Sanghaya Namo Triratnaya. Refuge and generation of bodhicitta. Sangye Chada Sogi Chonamla Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pesonanki Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho Sangye Chada Sogi Chonamla Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pesonanki Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho Sangye Chada Sogi Chonamla Janchu Badu Dani Kyasuchi Dagi Jinsogi Pesonanki Drola Penchi Sangye Drupasho. 7 limitless thoughts to develop bodhicitta. Samchen tamche dewa dan dewe gyudan denpa gyuchi. Samchen tamche dunya dan dunya gi gyudan drawa gyuchi. Samchen tamche dunya mepe dewa dami drawa gyuchi. Samchen tamche nyerin jadani dan Trawe tanyon la nepa gyuchi. Semchen tamche lusen gidu nele soshin trayun. Lusen dewa dan denpa gyuchi. Semchen tamche NgalSo tochi china. Nochu koyu danshin samane gyuchi. Semchen tamche dansan puli gikyedo. Dadan chinagi. Shide dan dukun denpa gyuchi. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings never be separated from the great happiness that is beyond all misery. May all beings dwell in equanimity, unaffected by attraction to dear ones and aversion to others. May all beings recover from the sicknesses of mind and body pollution and enjoy a relative and absolute health now and forever. May all beings relax in a pure and healthy outer and inner environment now and forever. May all beings experience inner and world peace now and forever. Okay. Purification of the place and blessing the offerings. Tamchedu ni sashida semala sohame padan la tiltanyam bedurye ranshin jampohone gyuchi la damihi chepese no susham dahayi kitro kunsan chetre lana me nanke kanku hunkya gyuchi. Om Namo Bhagavati Benzasawa Pramadani Tathagataya Ahate Samya Sambuddhaya Tayata Om Benze Benze Maha Tessa Benze Mahavidya Benze Maha Bodhicitta Benze Maha Bodhicitta Mahabodhi Mandopa Samkramane Benze Sawakama Awarana Bishadana Benze Soha. Expressing the power of the truth. Kunjo Sungi Dempadan Sangedan Janchu Sempa Tanchi Gijin Giladan Soni Yonso Sopenadan Chempo Dan Chukin Nampa Dachi Sangi Mikyape Togi Deshini Dugyuchi. Invocation. Malusam jan kungi kungu chin du de pun jehemi se jom zela nona malu yanda kengyu pe jom den ko shehene di shesu so. 7 limb prayer, an offering. Gosungu pe gone chaselo no shayi trohol chupa malubo top menes aditun tam chesha Kepagye wahanam la jeira, kowama tompa dule shune, trola chuki kolo kowada, dashan jena janju no. Mandala offering. Sajipuki joshi metotram, rira lin shi ni de gyempadi, sangye shin tu mi te buwai, Drukunanda Shila Chupasho Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kam Niryatayami. Making requests to the lineage gurus, especially to Kyabje, Trijan Rinpoche, the previous one and the present one, yeah. Lozangyawa Kungi Yesheni Tritu Trime Gyalten Zimpezo Rajan Kyoko Gyasa Trudun Kun Chinshin Lame Shabla Sowade Om A Guru Vajra Dara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sivadra Sawasiti Hu Om A Guru Vajra Dara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sivadra Sawasiti Hu Om A Guru Vajra Dara Sumati Gyana Shasana Dara Samudra Sivadra Sawasiti Hu Lucho Zampo Pelgyuta Shipa Tu Tempe Trileyanoda Pelgedro Lo Zampe Zepache Palden La Meheshabla Sowade Oma Guru Vajradhara Sumati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Humoma Guru Vajradhara Sumati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Humoma Guru Vajradhara Sumati Muni Shahasahane Kama Uttavadanye Sri Bahadra Vasamahanya Sawasiti Hu Kyoni Lama Kyoni Yidan Kyoni Kadro Chukyonte Dene Zunte Janchu Badu Kyomin Kyase Miso Dida Badu Chime Tayan Tuje Chakyuzun Sola Sishi Jirjo Nedro Kunso Tengi Droso Bachusun Kyoni Lama Kyoni Yidan Kyoni Kadro Chukyonte Dene Zunte Janchu Badu Kyomin Kyase Miso Dida Badu Chime Tayan Tuje Chakyuzun Sola Shishi Jirjo Nedro Kunso Tengi Drosan Bachoso. You are the Guru, you are the Yidam, you are the Daka and the Dhamma protector. From now until we reach the essence of enlightenment, we seek no other refuge than you. In this life, the bardo, in all our future lives, please hold us with the hook of your compassion. Liberate us from the fears of samsara and nirvana. Free us from all hindrances, grant all attainments, and be our constant companion. So, having requested 3 times in this way from our holy gurus, body, speech, and mind, the crown, throat, and heart chakra come white, red, and dark blue lights and nectars that dissolve into our 3 chakras one by one, and then together. Then many different kinds of negativities and obscurations are purified. We receive the 4 empowerments. The potential to realize the 4 Buddha bodies is awakened, and then a second Rinpoche, second small one like this, holographic one, let's say, rainbow one, comes to the crown of our head, to each and every one of us, wherever we are in the world, dissolves through our crown chakra, goes down our central channel, and mixes happily, out of love with us, with our subtle mind at our heart. So let's meditate on that together, okay? Pakya ki gudan dagi lu, pakya ki suda dagina, pakya ki tudan dagi yi, danyameji tu jingilo, makya ki gudan dagi lu, makya ki suda dagina, makya ki Dagi danyameji tu jingialo. Mantra of Buddha Shakyamuni. Mantra of self-healing and spiritual company. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakyamuni Soha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakyamuni Soha. Om Muni Muni Maha Muni Shakyamuni Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Maitreya Maitreya Maha Maitreya Arya Maitreya Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Om Ahum Karuna Karuna Maha Karuna Arya Karunaye Soha. Okay, so hello everybody. Hope you're all very well this week. Everything's okay with you, yeah? Coping with this year, no? Everything not too bad for you, yeah? Anyway, so now we're going to continue to talk about the 6 bodhisattva perfections, yeah? Okay? What we're doing is we're following Lama Rinpoche's teaching, his book, NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2, this one, yeah? This is the 2nd edition in English. So I'm referring to this, and we're looking at one prayer, which is called a point meditation on Lamrim, on the stages of the path. So it lists in a very short way all the different kinds of positive minds that we need to develop in order to grow, to be a better person, yeah? So actually, we got to the point of talking about the 6 perfections, yeah? So therefore, I started referring to this book, which is the following volume, the book 3, yeah? The Guide to the Good Thought Supermarket, yeah? So now, last time we were talking about the 6 bodhisattva perfections, yeah? So what's a bodhisattva? A bodhisattva is somebody on the way to enlightenment. Why would anybody want to be on the way to enlightenment? Because they're developing a purer mind, yeah? And a mind with more capacity in order to help others, yeah? So a Buddha means that, somebody with a completely pure mind and with a completely open mind, okay? That's what it means in Sanskrit, okay? And so to get there, we need to develop many, many different kinds of abilities, yeah? So we go, to developing those abilities is what we call the bodhisattva path, yeah? Okay? Bodhi means awakening, let's say, yeah, okay. So the Bodhisattva path is based on empathy, love, compassion for others, yeah. So Lama Ganchen said we need to start by changing our small selfish heart into the big open heart of compassion, yeah. Every day we need to think this. Why? Because we need to do something something's missing there, no? So every day we need to work on being a kinder person, and developing these qualities which a bodhisattva would have. So maybe at the moment we're wishing, aspiring bodhisattvas, want to be bodhisattvas, but it doesn't matter. We keep on imagining what it would be like to be very generous, very ethical, very patient, full of energy for positive things. Somebody who has very good concentration, and somebody who understands the nature of reality, yeah, a wise person, yeah. So we keep on acting in that way, and then gradually, by acting in that way, finally we become it, yeah, because we're very habitual, yeah. So if we continue to do something for long enough, that's how we become, no? Because we do not have a fixed personality or essence, no. So if we apply positive habits all the time, we can change and grow, yeah, okay. And it doesn't matter how old we are or how young we are, all of us can do this, guaranteed, yeah, okay, no problem, yeah. So before we were talking, last time I was talking about the perfection of generosity and ethics and patience, yeah. Now, just before we started, I thought, well, actually, just looking at Rinpoche, Lama Genshin, we could see perfectly what all this meant. It's not something like in a book or something, yeah. He showed us very clearly what it is. Like, for example, he was so incredibly generous in all senses to every single person he met overall. I knew him for like 30 years, and some of you maybe even longer, yeah. And he was just so incredibly generous with his energy, his his time, his everything he could be, not just materially, for everybody he met, yeah. So as I was saying last time, when we were in Tibet, if somebody came up to him, when he used to go now to visit his region of Tibet, in Western Tibet, near Shigatse, or when he used to go to Kham, yeah, to around that region where many of our Gelugpa monasteries are located, then, for example, if somebody used to come up to him and say, "Oh, Rinpoche, La, can I have a sheep?" and say, "Yes, sure, here you are. Here's money for a sheep." He'd say, "If I need medicine, here you are." Yes, whatever. Really, it was incredible, yeah. Like, for example, through the Help in Action, he bought tractors, yeah, for all the farmers in his home region, and aqueducts, all kinds of incredible things. He bought wheelchairs for the disabled. He made a disabled centre. Did all kinds of really, really incredible, generous things. So if we need one example of a generous person, that's him, yeah. And not just, like I was saying before last time, not just there, also in Milan or everywhere in the world, he was incredibly generous, yeah. For example, yeah, I mean, like in the 1990s, yeah, when we used to live in the Company Institute in Milano. Okay, nowadays where the Companies is super chic, it's like the most beautiful, most posh part of Milano, very fancy, everything costs like millions, okay. But at the time, it was still under development. It was a very kind of rough area because of the Second World War, yeah. So there'd been a lot of bombing in that area. So there were still bomb sites around, and it was on the edge of like the Brera, the good bit, yeah, the fashion quarter, yeah. So in the early 90s, when we were there were a lot of like very poor and unfortunate people around that area, like, I don't know, like drug addicts, prostitutes, and these kind of things, yeah. Beggars, and always when Rinpoche was driving, he was always going somewhere, no? Like, I don't know, another monastery, another place, giving one conference. And every time he'd come back, yeah, he always had this huge pocket, as you all know, big pocket full of money, yeah. And every time he used to look like, where is somebody, yeah? And he used to be waiting. Every time he saw, I don't know, one drug addict, one poor person, one prostitute, he used to get the money out, and not like, so I don't know, maybe we give 10 cents or something. He used to give whatever was in the pocket. The first one he put his hand on, he used to give. So sometimes he used to give like €5, €50, €20, just like this. He was completely happy. Anybody that he saw that was in need, yeah, all kinds of people, yeah. Doesn't matter your age, your nationality, what was your personal situation. He was just naturally incredibly generous, okay? So if you want to be a generous person, we can look at Rinpoche. That's easy to understand. We all know what that means, okay? Those of us who knew him, yeah. Ethics. I was also thinking about this, like, this is something that the people who used to live in Albania, they know very well. Now, in the Indian Tibetan tradition, they say that saints, they have this very particular smell, yeah? Okay, like, i.e. they don't smell like normal people, and this is true. Like, for example, you or me, we need to use deodorant, no? If not, we smell, yeah? But Rinpoche always had this very special smell. Like, it was actually like, I don't know, like incense. Never had flowers. He never had like a bad smell ever. And like, for example, even when it was like super hot, he used to wear like furry boots, you know, like Ugg boots and really super thick clothes, yeah? But never one time in many years did we have anything but beautiful smell from him. Well, and this is actually a sign of ethics, yeah, that saints have, yeah. Also in the Christian tradition, yeah, actually, yeah. Why? Because holy people, they have this smell. It's not because they're Buddhist or Catholic or Hindu or something, yeah. So anyway, so ethics means to base your life on peace, yeah? Peace with everything, everything with peace, and to hold that as your main principle, yeah? Ahimsa, yeah? And then all other divisions of ethics come out of that, yeah? Like, don't take life, instead save life, you know, and so on, yeah? Don't steal, instead be generous, and so on, yeah? Okay? So Rinpoche had anyway, he was incredibly ethical, and he had that special smell that saints have, yeah? And it's true, no? And all his things and all his clothes and everything, they have this special smell, yeah? Okay. Then what else? Patience, yes. Okay. So I was thinking, like I said, I was thinking about this before we start. Rinpoche, I knew him 30 years now. He was incredibly patient, and he was because many people came to see him were not, or worked with him, lived with him, were not so easy people, yeah? Okay. I suppose when there's a great master, a great healer, then naturally people who are not so easy, they're attracted there. And this is what we saw, you know. But Rinpoche had incredible patience for everybody. And we working for him, we used to think, oh no, look at this one, so difficult, so hard. How can Rinpoche, how can you, but he was just like, me, no problem, I have space. He always used to say, I have a big space, so me, no problem, yeah? Because, you know, we would react, you know, and he said, no, need more space, yeah? You know, so I really had patience all the time, you know, okay? Like, I never really saw him get angry. Okay, I saw him get slightly annoyed one time, and but anyway, in 30 years, which is pretty amazing, no? Okay, and you know, all the time, like very stressful. You know, you might think being a Buddhist master means you have no stress, but in fact, it's the opposite. Yeah, why? Because Rinpoche was totally engaging all the time, listening to others' problems, helping other people, involved in, I don't know, building Dharma centers, many projects all over the world. So not just sitting there, you know, like sitting there with a mala. This maybe would be very relaxing, just sitting in one corner saying mantras would be relaxing, no? But Rinpoche always said he was an action lama, so I was not at all that style. He was always helping, like if you, I don't know, if he didn't help like 50 or 100 people a day, he wasn't satisfied, no? Okay. So anyway, so he had this incredible patience, yeah? So anyway, so they're the first three bodhisattva perfections, okay? So now, today, let's go on to the last three, okay? Last three of the normal collection. Then there's four more that we won't talk about now, okay? So, okay, let's have a look, 1 second. Okay, so the number 4 perfection that we need to try and emulate, yeah, and try and develop is called the perfection of energy, yeah? So it means having energy for positive things, yeah? Because, of course, a lot of people have a lot of energy for things which are not so positive, but it means having energy to do good things, not thinking, oh, that's boring, I cannot be bothered, I'd rather watch Netflix or something like that, okay? Okay, so I'm reading this is the English edition of NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 3, Guide to the Good Thought Supermarket, okay? And I'm on page 307, and it says, 4th jewel light, the perfection of generating and sustaining energy, yeah? So all this book is written like this. The name of our lineage is called NgalSo, okay? NgalSo means relax or ease in Tibetan, yeah? So there's 2 syllables, Nel and So, yeah? So the Nel is all the bit we don't want, yeah? That creates suffering and, you know, and unhappiness, let's say, and the So part is all the things which will bring happiness and well-being into our life, okay? So first is like what we shouldn't do. I mean, nobody's telling us that we shouldn't do it, but it's like, okay, it's like this. Will be the consequence if you act like this. Then Rinpoche presents the consequence of acting in a positive way. And then we choose what we want, actually. It's up to us, yeah? Okay, so Nel, the path of shadows. We have the negative, dependent arising, cause and conditions of following our laziness, our dissatisfaction, and our depression. As a result, we remain weak, ignorant, and dissatisfied with the rippling waves of the projections of our gross energy and mind. Due to our laziness, we do not reach into the great depths of our consciousness, but remain on the gross surface level, totally deceived by the hallucinations of dualistic appearance and tormented by the monsters of our body and mind suffering and sicknesses. We are obstructed by the laziness of not putting energy into our personal evolution, optimistically feeling that we will have time in the future. Yeah? We are obstructed by the laziness of our fixation and fascination with the meaningless activities and pleasures of the samsaric world, which distract us from integrating our pure crystal energies of the absolute world into our daily life, and which slowly consume our inner energy in a very gross and basic way. We have the dependent arising laziness of reacting negatively when we see suffering, negativity, pollution, war, destruction, and degeneration, which shakes our world. As a result, we sink into deep depression. Yeah. Okay. So first, this is what we don't want. Okay. So I'll explain what Rinpoche said a little bit, some comments on that, and then we'll talk about what we should do. Okay. In order to have more energy, in order for our evolution, in order to help other beings. Yeah. So all the time Rinpoche explains about everything is due to dependent arising. Yeah. So it means everything has a result. Yeah. If we do, like they say in the Lam Rim, no? If we plant a poisonous seed, we'll get a poisonous tree, no? If we plant a medicine seed, we'll get a medicine tree or plant. Yeah. So it all depends on our actions. Yeah. Okay. So he says our problem is we're following our laziness, our dissatisfaction, and our depression. Yeah. Okay. That actually we're choosing that somehow. Yeah. Okay. That kind of mind, and just not putting energy into positive things, into personal development, into the Dharma. Yeah. Instead, it's like we just follow like the weather of the mind. Here it says like the waves of the projection of the mind. Yeah. Okay. It's like we live in a very we live in a subjective experience of our mental projections. Yeah. Okay. And it's like we never really make an effort to go deeper. We just let's see all this like ripples, the weather on the surface of the mind, good, bad, this, that. Yeah. Totally caught up in all this in ordinary life and its drama. Yeah. But underneath, there's so much more. But to get there, we need to make a little effort, yeah? Okay, this is why we talk about the Bodhisattva's perfection of effort, yeah? If it was like super easy to get there, we would all have done so, yeah? Okay, but the fact is we need to apply certain kinds of meditations and techniques to enter into the subconscious, into the deep levels of our mind and work on healing what's there, okay? Yeah, but it says instead we're just caught up in the whole drama of ordinary life, so busy, like, oh, no time to meditate. Yeah, I'm too busy. I don't know, having a fight with that one. I've got this problem. My washing machine's broken down. I'm not feeling well. I've got a headache. There's whatever's happening in the world. Like totally busy with all this. Then finally, oh, no time to meditate today. And then next week, and then life goes on like this. And then finally, there was no time to meditate. No. Yeah. So when we talk about laziness in Buddhism, we mean this kind of laziness, okay? Like not putting effort into spending time meditating, understanding the nature of the mind, understanding the nature of phenomena, yeah? For example, there's people that run like ultra marathons, isn't it? Incredible, you know? They run like 150 kilometers in 2 days, and then they swim, and then they bicycle. They do all kinds of things. People have incredible energy to do all kinds of things, yeah? Which many people admire, yeah, but we never think, oh, you know, really to have where I should put my energies into meditation. Why? Because we don't understand the incredible benefits of personal transformation. Yeah. Okay. So it says, okay, we're distracted by our fixation on the meaningless activities and pleasures of the samsaric world. Okay, so Rinpoche never ever said we couldn't have any fun, we couldn't have any pleasure. In fact, he was always encouraging us to have fun and have pleasure and to have joy. you know, and have a happy life as we could. No, really, really, Rinpoche emphasized that a lot and was always trying to make a nice environment, a cozy feeling. All the time he would invite everybody to have beautiful lunch with him or take people on holiday on pilgrimage. You know, he did everything he could to make people feel happy and joyful, you know, and enjoy life. Okay, so it's not that, yeah, but it's just we should not just follow that, yeah, okay, yeah. Or if we do follow that, we have to see in a special way, okay, like this tantric vision of things, okay, yeah. So if we have to find a way to integrate the Dharma into our daily life, which is the tantric path, isn't it? So everything we do, for example, there's no problem to have the most beautiful lunch if you can afford it. Why not? You know, why not? Yeah. But then we have many meditations to transform that also to as a spiritual practice. Yeah. So the Dharma is very clever, actually. Yeah. Because we like having beautiful lunches and going to beautiful places and all these kind of things. So through the union of Sutra and Tantra, we can do that. Okay. But we need to put an effort into understanding how to practice the path. Yeah, okay. So it says that. So we shouldn't like just waste our life in our inner energy in a very gross and basic way. Yeah, because the fact is, as we're all starting to discover or already discovered, as we thought, okay, when we were young, okay, I've got loads of time to practice the Dharma, no problem. And when I get old, I'll spend my time meditating and practicing and everything will be wonderful. Yeah. But then as we get older, suddenly we discover, oh, I'm feeling really tired and I've got health problems and I've got this problem. We didn't factor this into the equation of when we get older, we'll practice the Dharma, that maybe when we sit down, our knees hurt, our back hurts. We've got, you know, we can't see or whatever. We've got many problems, yeah, of aging, yeah. So we shouldn't put off tomorrow what we can do today. And it's true, actually, personally, I've had several very close friends who I really, really like to know a lot, yeah, who were going to retire, yeah. And then, I mean, they were Dharma practitioners, yeah, and of course they were practicing the Dharma, doing their best, yeah. And then they were going to retire and spend all their time practicing the Dharma and do many retreats and move near the Dharma center and all this. And unfortunately, several of my close friends who were going to do that died very soon after retiring or before retiring, yeah. So we really don't know what will happen. And this idea, oh, you know, when I'm old, you know, when I retire and I've got lots of money and everything and I finish my career and then I'm going to go into this like golden age of practicing the Dharma, we really don't know if that will be possible or not. Yeah, if it is, of course, we rejoice, but better do it now. Yeah, don't put it, because we really don't know. Rinpoche showed us very clearly this year, no? From 1 week to the next, everything can change. Yeah, okay, like proof like that. Okay, so let's not put off to say, okay, next summer I'll practice, next year I'll practice. No, let's do it now, yeah. Today, tonight, tomorrow, this week. I'm going to, you know, do that sadhana, say those mantras, read that Dharma book, whatever positive thing I was intending to do, I'll do it now, yeah, okay? Like, as they say, I don't know, in the pandemic, yeah, I heard people saying, you know, get out your best cutlery, you know, put on your best clothes, you know, do everything you wanted to. I mean, within reason of of course, what we can do during a pandemic, yeah. But don't think, oh, I'll keep that for best, yeah. What for, you know? Maybe this is it, you know. Maybe, you know, maybe the next year will never come. We really don't know. So let's use our time positively to grow and become better people, okay, and practice the Dharma, okay. Okay, so anyway, so then it says, okay, so we have the dependently arising laziness of reacting negatively, can't speak English, when we see the suffering, negativity, pollution, war, destruction, and degeneration, which is shaking our world, yeah, okay? Okay, and as a result, we sink into depression, yeah? So, for example, we, most of us who are listening to this, we've taken the Bodhisattva vow. That means we wish to become better people with more capacity in order to help humanity, okay? But then, in fact, if we spend a lot of time watching the news, yeah, or watching the internet or the newspapers, and there's all kinds of horrible things going on, at a certain point we feel like, oh, I don't want to know anymore, you know? Rinpoche each time was watching the news all the time and praying and dedicating for those people in the refugee camp, in the war zone, in the earthquake, you know, who have been in the tsunami, whatever, you know, in the pandemic, yeah? Well, at some point just don't want to know about it anymore. Yeah. In fact, if we have this feeling, if I watch this anymore, I'll get depressed. Yeah. So this, in a certain way, is a kind of laziness. Yeah. It's not accepting the responsibility of the spiritual path. Yeah. I mean, about the Bodhisattva path. Yeah. The Mahayana is we sign up for this in order for the benefit of others. If we don't want to sign up for the benefit of others, there's something called the Pratimoksha Yana, which is the vehicle of personal liberation, which means I just want to find peace for myself, which is perfectly okay. Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yeah. And we rejoice at anybody that's doing this, but all of we who signed up to the Bodhisattva ideal to benefit others. Yeah. And then it involves making some effort. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so Rinpoche said like that. So don't do like that. Okay. Okay. So what did he suggest we should do? Yeah. So it says, so how to follow the path of light. Yeah. It says we need self-healing, not slow suicide by laziness and discouragement. Yeah. We have to practice the relative and absolute perfections of effort and use the signs of degeneration around us as encouragement to put more energy into our self-healing path. Yeah. Okay. Everywhere, living beings are suffering too much and are in urgent need of our guidance, help, and healing. We need powerful hearts of courage to heal ourselves and others in this difficult time. We need to follow our positive, dependent arising causes and conditions of joyfully making an effort to heal our planet, our society, and ourselves right now. Everything, including the most destructive situation, is impermanent, and we can both individually and collectively change darkness into light. To do this, we must integrate joyful effort into our lives. By developing our inner smile, our inner light, and our aura, we will no longer react negatively or be disturbed by destructive energies, emotions, and negative information. Our inner light helps us to see the positive side of all situations, and we have good feelings towards everyone. We need to integrate the effort of gathering pure crystal energies into our daily life by doing one more positive thing and one less negative thing less every day. Yeah. We need to understand who's our real friend and who's our real enemy. We also need to integrate the effort of working to benefit others into our daily life so that no matter how difficult or hopeless our inner sickness or the difficulties of others seem to be, we joyfully continue to overcome them with many self-healing antidotes. And we're happy to invest our body, speech, and mind energy to heal ourselves and to benefit others. We need to perfect relative and absolute effort quickly. Yeah. Okay. So this is like what we should do. Okay. So basically, yeah. Okay. When we see, like, if we look at the news and we see the suffering, we don't need to look at the news. We see around all the time bad things are happening. Yeah. Suffering, negativity, problems, the pandemic, all kinds of things are happening this year, last year. Every year is the same, no? Huh? So we must not become discouraged. Yeah. Normally we just get fed up, depressed. Yeah. We feel weak and powerless. But the Bodhisattva idea is we need to increase our inner smile, our inner light. So when we see difficulties, yeah, we don't get depressed. Instead we put more effort into being kind, into being positive, into spreading all kinds of, positive feelings and solutions around. Yeah. So basically what Rinpoche is saying, the worse it is, the more energy we have to put in to keep the energy up. Yeah. But why? Because that's the right thing to do. Yeah. In Brazil, they call it, what do they call it? Alto astral, high astral, high star. Yeah. So we need always this positive feeling, keep the energy up all the time. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so like this. Yeah. Okay. So it's called joyful effort, not effort like pulling a face or effort, I really don't want to do this. It means joyfully and happily we want to do that. Yeah. So if we look at now, I'm sure all of you're looking at many photos of Rinpoche. Yeah. We're sharing thousands of them now in our WhatsApp groups. each time, not only does he have like a very loving smile, like very kind eyes towards everybody, but usually, most of the time, he's smiling, isn't he? Like looking so happy, you know, so joyful, yeah? Yeah? So full of energy, yeah? And that is exactly the expression of a bodhisattva. Like he had no concept whatsoever of, oh, I'm bored, I'm tired, I think I'll go and spend like the next 3 months watching I don't know, like 100 episodes of Tibetan movies or something because I'm fed up with everybody. Rinpoche never in one moment was like that. And so anyway, so look at the photos on our WhatsApp groups. You can see exactly like his joyful feeling toward it, you know. And he was exactly like, how do you say? He was like a dynamo, okay? Why? Based on his bodhicitta, his incredible love and empathy towards each and every one of us, yeah? And as a result, we were all very, how do you say, busy with peace, okay? Like running for peace to benefit others, yeah? So somehow our challenge now is to find that energy within each and every one of us, okay? Like Rinpoche, like for the past 30 years or however long we were around him, yeah? We were all running around, yeah? Building Dharma centers, helping others, doing many different ways, working for others, each and every one of us in our own way, according to our own job. No, okay. But now we have to find that joyous effort within ourselves. Yeah. So, like when we wake up in the morning, actually we generate bodhicitta. We think, I want today to be a positive day. I want to do something good with today. So today is just not like one more day gone by, no meaning. Yeah. So it doesn't matter where I am, what's my job, how much money I have. This doesn't matter. But what matters is if my mind is positive, yeah, and if I'm doing something, yeah, to uplift my mind and uplift the minds of the people around me, then today was a good day, yeah, okay. And every day, if we wake up and set this kind of motivation, this is the joyful effort that we need, yeah, okay. Then, okay, whatever we have to, of course, most people, they have a job, no, okay. So, okay, we do our job joyfully, thinking, okay. Hopefully, anyway, we can have a good feeling and help the people at our work, yeah? Also, through my job, I have to get the resources I need so I can do the rest of what I want, you know? The center of our personal mandala is bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment. I want to become a Buddha for the benefit of all, yeah? All the rest around our mandala, it's okay, it's there, no? The house, the family, the job, whatever. But the center is bodhicitta, yeah? So this should permeate everything we do, yeah, okay? Yeah, and at least as Rinpoche says, change the small selfish heart into the big open heart of compassion, yeah, okay? And Rinpoche always said we need to cultivate the inner smile, yeah, okay? And you can see, if you look at photos of him, he always has that kind of expression. Eh? He's not like, oh, this is all so hard work, I can't stand it, I'm really fed up being in Milano and wherever I am, and Albagnano and traveling. Because he used to travel around the world continuously, no? Which incredibly exhausting, actually, especially as he got older. But he never said, oh, I'm tired, I'm bored, I can't. If he was tired, he just used to fall asleep, like on the plane or sitting or wherever he was, no? But he never said, oh, this is too much, I don't want to. He never said that, yeah? Why? Because he was just totally coming from the bodhicitta point of view, yeah? Okay. Anyway, and it says, if we have this inner smile and inner light and positive aura, or alto astral, as we say in Brazil, yeah, we'll no longer react negatively. Why? Because many times we react negatively because we're stressed or we're tired, no? Yeah, we feel, oh, I can't anymore, then we get angry, no? Then if we have this inner light, this inner smile, we don't react negatively, yeah? And we saw it's true, no? Okay. And also it helps us, like kind of like we have like a good mood all the time, okay, yeah? No matter what difficult, of course, we're all going to face difficulties. Also, Rinpoche himself, he experienced many difficulties, yeah? Also, he also aged, you know, had many physical pains, he got sick. But he also always had this good mood, you know, even to the last time of his life. And everybody who around him, it's true, they saw that, you know. Yeah, even to the last moment, even apparently even when Rinpoche was in the hospital, he had a little hearts, yeah? And he was, you know, the little hearts, he was giving out all the little hearts to all the nurses, all the doctors, all the cleaners, yeah? Even when he himself was super sick, he was, of course, helping others, praying for others, dedicating for others. That's how he was, no? That's the bodhisattva way, no? So our inner light helps us see the positive side of all situations, not just the nice situations, yeah? And we have good feeling towards everybody. This is joyful effort, yeah? So as Rinpoche said in Self-Healing 1, every day we need to do one less negative thing and one more positive thing. Yeah, you might think, oh, that's a lot every year. That would mean 365 less negative things. Yeah, so okay, as much as we can, let's work at reducing our negative habits and increasing our positive habits. Yeah. And as I said several times, Rinpoche never said you should give up, you shouldn't do that. He never ever said that. But he said maybe you should cut down. Yeah, okay. Maybe you should not have 60 cigarettes. Maybe you should have a few less, yeah? And stuff like that, he used to say to people, yeah? And so then gradually people change their habits, no? Yeah. And also we should understand who's our friend and who's our enemy. So the Self-Healing 1 teaching is all about this, recognizing who is my real enemy? Me. It's not the other person, basically. My selfishness, my pride, my jealousy, my negative emotions. That's my real enemy, yeah? So, and Rinpoche always said, we lock ourselves up behind our security systems, our big security doors, this and that, yeah? We all have them, no? And we think, oh, I'm safe, but we're not safe because the real enemy is in there with us, yeah? So we need to work on overcoming our inner enemy, which is our delusions, yeah? Okay, but bit by bit, yeah? Okay. Yeah. And it says, no matter how difficult or hopeless our inner sickness or difficulty of ourself and others seems to be, we joyfully continue to overcome them, yeah, with many antidotes, yeah? So this is not quite like how most of us actually behave, is it? When we feel everything's really difficult, yeah, we just get angry, bored, depressed, and think, I'm not playing, yeah? I think I'll just drink a bottle of wine, or I'll just shout at somebody, or just, yeah, because that's the ordinary mind, yeah? We get frustrated, we get angry, we react badly. But with this inner smile, this energy of empathy, love, bodhicitta, yeah, okay? Then it's like, okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Today I have to face this difficulty, this problem, yeah, but we do so happily, yeah? I mean, that's what the Dharma's for, yeah, okay? It's solutions to our life, yeah, okay? And Rinpoche always said, if you're not going to apply the Dharma when you're sick, when you're old, when you're tired, or for example, now when there's a pandemic, when exactly do you think you're going to apply them, yeah? Because our normal idea is, okay, when I'm in a good mood and it's sunny and I can go on a beautiful Dharma course to Albagnano or someplace like that, yeah? And then, of course, I'm having a wonderful time and everything's going really well and, I'm overcoming my mind. But usually, as soon as we get sick or tired, or some difficulty, the last thing we want to do is practice the Dharma, yeah? So exactly this kind of mind we need to change. And we need some joyful effort, yeah? Inner smile, thinking, okay, today I have some problem. I'm sick, I have this, I'm that. But anyway, I'll practice the Dharma, yeah? I won't just sit around feeling really, really miserable. And, yeah? And then in the Lojong, the mind training teaching, it explains there's many, many antidotes. So every time there comes one negative mind, we have to find one way to put out the fire of that delusion, yeah? Okay? So it's like, for example, here's a candle, no? This flame is easy to put out, for example, I can get this, put it out like this, easy, no? But if, for example, it caught fire to the house, yeah, everything went up in flames, it would be super difficult to put out, yeah? Okay? Yeah, so we need to put things out at the beginning when it's easy to pacify the emotions, yeah? Actually, speaking of things catching on fire, Rinpoche always used to say that when something caught on fire, it was super auspicious, yeah? I have several friends, actually, who burnt down their houses, yeah? Why? Because they were burning this is over the course of 30 years. It doesn't happen that often, yeah? But the house caught on fire because they had an altar, no? And they didn't use this, yeah? Anyway, that house burnt down. Then they told their gurus, I have, for example, one friend, they were a disciple of Song Rinpoche, yeah? They built a beautiful little Dharma center in California. Then one day, all went up in flames, burnt to the ground. Song Rinpoche, who was also Rinpoche's guru, said, fantastic, so auspicious, yeah? So, and I heard this story many times. Also, one time Rinpoche, when he was young, he had a tiny little house in Camp 3, Lama Camp in Bailakupin in South India, yeah? One day, caught on fire, yeah? Whole thing burnt, yeah? Then Rinpoche was so happy, he thought, oh, this is so auspicious for my development, yeah? Okay, for the growth of the Dharma, yeah? Okay. So Rinpoche, he saw things like this, yeah? opposite from us, but that doesn't mean we should like set things on fire. Obviously, Rinpoche told us that we need to really take care and not, like always, if we have naked flame, do like this, cover them, yeah, so there's no danger, yeah, when we go out of the room, put them out, yeah. I'm just saying as an example, yeah. Okay, anyway, just, as I talk, just things come up in my mind, so many incredible stories and things to tell about Rinpoche, yeah. One time in the Kumpan, no, in Milano, it was Lama Caroline Day, which is soon, no, it's always in December, yeah, okay. And Rinpoche, he got like, we had like a kind of wheeled trolley, yeah, and he decided, it was very dark now, it's Milano, December, yeah, and he put many of these tea lamps, yeah, okay, and he liked to make an offering to Lama Tsongkhapa. Then the monks set fire to all these tea lamps, but then because there's like, I don't know, there's like a kind of gas, and it went like a huge flame, it went up 3 floors, yeah, okay, it was in the courtyard, yeah. So it didn't actually burn anything, but there was like this kind of Christmas tree of fire. And Rinpoche was like, oh, so auspicious. But it's like, yes, Rinpoche, but can we get the fire extinguished? Anyway, so like that, no? Anyway, so no matter... Anyway, so we need to... Anyway, I'm saying that because we need to put out our delusions when they're small, like a small fire, yeah? Because when it's a huge, big fire, like a Christmas tree fire, it takes a lot of fire extinguisher to put it out, yeah? Okay. So we need to, and also we should always feel happy to invest our body, speech, and mind energy to heal ourselves and benefit others. Why we pull a face is because we don't understand the benefits of helping and healing others. Yeah, we just think like, oh, I'm wasting my time. I have to spend my energy doing this. We don't think, oh, I'm investing my energy, my time, by being kind, by being generous, by taking care of the others. But so this. We need to change the way we think bit by bit, yeah? Because we just think, oh, wasting the time, spending the time, yeah? But from the Buddhist point of view, Dharma point of view, helping others is investing the time, yeah? Is accumulating positive energy. It's a win-win situation. And just thinking about me is a waste of time, yeah? Is losing the energy. So it's opposite way around, yeah? So this, Rinpoche said we need to change the position of our mind, and this is a good example of like one of the changes we need to make, okay? So we need to develop the inner smile, yeah? And every day, wake up, have this feeling, today I'm going to do something good with my life. Today will not be a waste of time, yeah? It's one more day, I can grow a bit, I can spread some positivity in the world, even if it's just to one person or 2 people, or the people I meet in the supermarket, it doesn't matter. But today I'm going to do everything I can to spread happiness and this inner joy, inner light, yeah, in the world, yeah, okay? Then if we do like this, when we go to bed, we think, okay, today was a success, okay, feel happy with ourselves, shake the hand, and then, okay, dedicate, and then try again the next day, okay? Okay, one more thing about the perfection of energy, of effort, joyful effort, is that sometimes it's okay to have a break, yeah? So one of the things of the Bodhisattva's perfection of energy is one part called taking a rest, yeah? Why? Because sometimes we need a rest, no? For example, many times we, like with Rinpoche now, working so hard or doing, I don't know what, retreat or making a book or, I don't know, building a temple or cleaning or cooking, or we have many different activities, no? The people around him, they literally never stop, yeah? Okay? Then, of course, physically, sometimes it's too much, no? So also sometimes part of the Bodhisattva perfection of energy is have a break, relax, then you can recover the energy, and then we can do again, yeah? Okay? So it's okay sometimes, like, for example, Rinpoche many times used to take the Albaniano people to the spa, no? In near the Swiss border in Italy, yeah? Where we are, there's, how do you say, it's like, there's hot water under the ground, yeah, because I don't know, because of the mountains and stuff, yeah, in certain places, yeah. So in Italy, North Italy, and also in Switzerland, they have these very nice like thermal places where it's kind of like swimming pool inside out, hot water, yeah. So many times Rinpoche used to take the Karma Yoga people there, yeah. Why? Because sometimes you need a rest, no? Yeah. And that's part of. So you'll be pleased to know that that's part of the Bodhisattva perfection of energy, of effort. Okay. Yeah. Need to sometimes take a rest, NgalSo, yeah? That's what it means, NgalSo. Take a rest and recover your energy, yeah? Then, with more energy, carry on trying to do the right thing, yeah? Okay, so that, basically in a very easy way is the bodhisattva perfection of energy, yeah? So making an effort to always do the good thing. Of course, the best thing to do would be to think about the nature of reality and totally purify the mind. But bit by bit, we'll get there, okay? But for now, for us, let's think, okay, I'll make an effort to be positive, to have an inner smile. And yes, even when it's difficult and I'm fed up, I'm bored and tired, I won't react badly. I'll try and maintain my inner smile, my inner positivity, yeah? That's Dharma, yeah, okay? In everyday life, yeah, okay? So this we can try now, okay? So in a very simple way, that's the perfection of energy, okay? Then on page 308 in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 3, Guide to the Good Thought Supermarket, there's the perfection of concentration, yeah? So again, it's put in terms of the path of shadow and the path of light, yeah, okay? So first, the path of shadows, like the dark side. We don't want that, yeah? Yeah, don't want to go to the dark side, yeah, okay? So it says, we have the self-destructive, dependently arising cause and condition of being able to concentrate for even one moment, yeah? Our mind is always moving toward the objects we desire or sinking, so that when we hold a thought or an image in our mind, we lose the clarity, like turning down the brightness control on a television. Our memory fades away with time, and we're unable to maintain our awareness. The only things we manage to concentrate on are our habitual negative energies and emotions. As a result, our mind is weak, our life energy is scattered and dissipated, and we're unable to succeed in our everyday business and self-healing, yeah? Okay, so actually everybody, whatever we do in life, if we have a good concentration, we're more able to succeed, isn't it? In whatever our job is, our career and so on, never mind about getting enlightened, yeah? And it's a fact that it seems, yeah, not just because we're all getting older, but it seems with modern technology, which of course also has many benefits, yeah, we're losing our memory and attention and concentration, yeah? Why? Because we don't need to use it anymore, yeah? I mean, for example, some of us are old enough to remember that even in, Tibetans, yeah, the monks and stuff, when they go to school, they have to memorize everything by heart, yeah? And for the like the monks, no, or the nuns, before they enter a monastery, they need to memorize many prayers off by heart, yeah? And you might think, oh, that's really old-fashioned, yeah? But the thing is, actually, it's good for your mind, yeah? Like, I don't know, maybe when you were at school, you needed to learn some poem, some play, something. We used to have to memorize things, yeah? Because actually, it's a very important part of the brain. And nowadays, we just don't use it, no? Because why? Because just, okay, it's all here, no need, yeah? But the thing is, then maybe one day we lose this, and then what we're going to do, yeah? Can't remember any phone numbers, can't remember this, can't remember that, yeah? So it is actually a fact. It looks like, one hand, we have incredible technological development, but on the other hand, it's weakening our memory, no? And our powers of attention. Also, we have so many like distractions, so many beautiful things actually to look at, to listen to, much more than like say 20, 30 or 40 years ago, yeah? They're very easy to get distracted with all this stuff, yeah? Okay. So here, when it's talking about concentration, yeah, obviously it's talking about concentrating on something positive. And here precisely, it's talking about learning to concentrate in meditation, yeah, okay? So in our Buddhist meditation, we have this thing called shine, which we're trying to develop, which is allowing our mind to stay peacefully on one thought. So for example, if we decide, I want to think about love, yeah, unconditional love, I want to benefit others, we just think about that, and we don't suddenly start thinking, oh, you know what, it's Black Friday, and I need to look on the internet to see the offers on Amazon, or we think, oh, I need to go shopping, I need to go to the supermarket, and shall I get pizza, shall I get prosciutto, what shall I get? So we don't think like, because our mind's like this, it's always like jumping from, like, so for example, in reality, most of us, when we sit down to meditate, yeah, we start the meditate, and then the mind is going here, going there, off onto many different things. So what we need to do is the first thing to do is bring the mind back to where you are, no? So the first stage, they say it's like a baby, no? Like if you throw a baby a ball, it just drops it, yeah? So then when it's a little older, it maybe catch the ball for 1 second, then drop it. and so on and so on. Gradually, we learn to hold the ball, hold the positive thought, because meditation is holding a positive thought in the mind, no? For longer and longer, yeah? So we're strengthening our powers of concentration, okay? Which is an incredibly beneficial thing to do, actually, in all circumstances, yeah? I mean, this is just a win-win situation, yeah? And so here Rinpoche says, okay, our mind is always moving towards objects that we desire, thinking, oh, it's Good Friday, maybe I can get a discount if I go on internet shopping, yeah? So mind is off doing that, or mind is sinking, yeah? So sinking means, for example, when you start meditating, yeah, and you're sort of going like this, yeah. I mean, literally, sometimes you are physically sinking, but you kind of sink into this kind of like blissful feeling, like, oh, I'm meditating, but nothing really is happening except you feel good, yeah. So that's not really meditation, yeah. The point of meditation is to develop a positive thought in your mind and hold it there. So we transform the habitual patterns of our mind, yeah. So then we develop positive habits, yeah, and then, you know, like a big ship slowly turning around, our mind turns towards the positive, yeah, okay? Yeah, and he says, Rinpoche says here that normally when we hold a thought or image in our mind, he's talking about our mind, not his, by the way. He never forgot anything. He was like, they say elephants never forgot, but Rinpoche never forgot anything. He was incredible, yeah? So, for example, you would tell him something, yeah? And then 10 years later, he would continue the same conversation that you had 10 years ago. And, you know, he was really, really incredible. He never forgot any detail that I mean, at least this was my experience, yeah? Never, okay, he said, I don't have good memory for people's names. Yeah, he said, this I find difficult. Yeah, but he said, everybody's face I remember. But in terms of, like, you know, if you're talking about the Dharma and so on, never forgot a single thing. He had incredible memory, you know? Also, all this puja, you know, all this tons and tons of, he knew everything by heart. I saw Rinpoche together with many, many other Lama, monk, High Lama Rinpoche, okay? From the youngest one up to the highest ones of our tradition. And Rinpoche almost never need one pecha. So they always give the pecha, but he never used, no? It was always like, he knew everything by heart. And I used to look, you know, and even the very high Lamas, sometimes they're looking, no? Yeah. Rinpoche never knew everything by heart. Incredible, yeah? Had such an incredible memory, yeah? So there's no reason. Okay, you might say, oh yeah, but anyway, he was born in Tibet, and in Tibet, you know, is completely different and this and that, yeah? It's true, but anyway, he showed us the techniques in order to improve our memory, yeah? Improve our concentration. There's no reason why we cannot put these into practice, yeah? Everybody has a similar kind of mind, yeah? Just if we apply the method or not is up to us, no? Okay? Also, another reason why we should work on our memory and our concentration, because if we don't, as we get older, it's like it says, it just starts fading, yeah? Okay? Things go away. So it's here like a dimmer switch, yeah? Okay? He said, like turning down the brightness control on our television, our memories gradually start getting dimmer and dimmer and fade away, which is actually one reason why Rinpoche asked all of us, his Sangha, to write down our experience, yeah? And some of our friends are doing. Thank you. We appreciate very much. But all of you who have had or are having special experience, please write down, because if not, in 10 years, you'll have forgotten, yeah? I mean, me, for example, I must say, one of the few things, let's say, I really did right in my life is I really write down everything Rinpoche said and what happened and all the experience and this and that from when I met him until the end, okay? And then afterwards, actually, yeah, and so I continue like this. So now when I look back at all the notes, it's incredible, yeah? By now, I would have totally forgotten every single thing, yeah? If I hadn't written it down, you know? I just vaguely remember, yeah? So it's important, you know? Yeah. Why? Because so many beautiful things happen, so many life-changing experiences for many people, okay? Which, as Rinpoche said, prove that the Dharma is true, yeah? Not just for him, but for many, many people. They got incredible healing experience, incredible benefit. They changed, no? They became better people, yeah? So anybody who has some incredible experience of like healing or personal development, please write it down and send it to us, yeah? Okay? Actually, there's on the NgalSo website, there's one page, yeah? Sorry, I can't remember, but it's the name, but it's got like rainbows, you know, and it's got rainbows and the many testimonies, people's stories, yeah. So maybe you could send to Albaniana, maybe they can put there, you know, if you like, if you have time, okay? Anyway, so use it or lose it, yeah? And it's true, when we were younger, it was so much easier to memorize all our sadhanas. Now it's getting a bit difficult, yeah? Use it or lose it. So we need to develop our concentration. Why do we need to develop concentration? Because we need to investigate the nature of reality. Yeah? That's the actual reason. But of course, having good concentration is super useful for the rest of our life too. Like, for example, going shopping or not, or cooking or any other part of our life. We need concentrate, or driving, you know, or paying our bills. If we don't have concentration, our life gets to be a mess, no? So anyway, it's useful. We can use in the mundane sense or the spiritual sense, yeah, okay? Actually, another thing about memory, yeah? In the Buddhist teachings, they recommend that if you want to develop a good memory, you shouldn't consume so many intoxicants, yeah, like alcohol and drugs and things. Why is precisely for this, because it's difficult to remember things if we drink a lot or take loads of drugs, yeah? So in the, on Borobudur, no, there's many of those bas reliefs there carved around it with many illustrations, yeah? So there's illustrations of like how to become a good student, yeah? Amongst the 1,600 illustrations, yeah? And so these are in the section of the Jataka Mala, the past lives of the Buddha, okay? So it says very clearly in graphic novel form, yeah? If you want to have a good memory, try and drink a bit less, yeah? Don't take drugs and don't drink too much, yeah? Why? Because otherwise you can't remember things, yeah? I mean, it's not an ethical thing. It's just like your brain will not work properly if you do, yeah? Okay? So we need a good concentration. So that's one tip that Buddha recommended, okay? Okay. So it says if we don't bother trying to learn to concentrate, we'll just end up like getting old, and we'll just end up concentrating, remembering what we did when we were like 25, and we'll become like a broken record, you know, repeating endlessly the same stuff all the time, yeah? Yeah? And then our mind is weak, our life energy is scattered and dissipated, and we're unable to succeed in either everyday life or self-healing. So that would be really rubbish, yeah? So therefore, all of us can take steps to improve our concentration, yeah? So let's look at the positive side, the path of light. So what do we need to do to improve our concentration, our memory? We need self-healing, and not the continuous generation of our concentration and memory with time, yeah? It's true, no? And if we all think about what it would be like when we get older, none of us really want to develop dementia or Alzheimer's, do we? I mean, some people unfortunately do, but it's not something we think would be a great thing. We would like, most of us, if we think about getting old, or, you know, quite old, into the 80s, 90s, and so on, yeah, we think, I would like to have my mental faculties intact, yeah? Okay, sure, this is going to hurt or whatever, but this, I want it to be okay, yeah? Okay. So we need the positive dependently arising cause and condition of using the hook of mindfulness and the ring of alertness, empowered by the big heart of relative and absolute bodhicitta. In this way, we can stabilize our mental energy by repeated meditation on one positive mental image or thought. Once the ocean of our consciousness is stilled and peaceful, we can use our wisdom to penetrate its depths and research reality like an explorer in a submarine. By overcoming the outer and inner obstacles to concentration, we develop the super unshakable concentration and inner peace of Shine, tranquil abiding, that nothing in the world can disturb. So we need to perfect relative and absolute concentration quickly. So Rinpoche is saying we need to develop, what is it, the hook of mindfulness and the ring of awareness. So let me show you a picture of it, yeah, from the Lama Ganshin Code. Yeah? Okay, this is back to self-healing 2. Okay. I'm on page 230. Okay, this is, here we are. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, it's the hook of mental alertness and the ring of mindfulness. Yeah, so you made me draw that picture. Yeah, so why? What's so important about that? Yeah, Okay, so this hook thing is mental alertness, yeah? So this thing here, yeah, actually, it's actually a thing that elephant drivers use, yeah? So I don't know if you've ever seen an elephant driver or sat on an elephant. I did once because with a group of us who went with Rinpoche, we were in Nepal, no, in Kathmandu. And there near Kathmandu, they have a national park with elephants, yeah. So then Rinpoche rented lots of elephants, and we all sat on them and ran across this. It was really good, actually. Yeah? And ran across this park on elephants, yeah. So each elephant has an elephant driver, and he has this thing which is called a goad, which is like that, but it's not with a vajra on the end, yeah. So it's kind of this thing that it's like with a hook, no. They put it here behind the elephant's ear, so it's kind of like steering the elephant, yeah. Because elephants, when they run, it's like, like a tank, yeah, okay? So the elephant driver, he touches here behind actually, it doesn't really hurt the elephant. They have very thick skin, but it's like this. So then the elephant is going in the direction that the elephant driver wants, yeah? So this hook is like this. It's like directing the mind so it says the hook of, it's the hook of mental alertness, yeah? And the ring of mindfulness. So what is mental alertness? So it's like watching the mind, yeah? Because normally we don't watch our mind, do we? Yeah? Normally we're just, all the time there's like different weather going on in the mind, isn't there? Like, I don't know, we get angry, we get nervous, we get jealous, we get happy, all kinds of weathers going on in the mind, yeah? And we just kind of like get overwhelmed by the mental weather. We don't think, but alertness means watching. It's like, now I'm getting nervous, maybe I need to take a break, maybe I shouldn't say anything, or my mind's going like this, and a lot of, many types of Buddhist meditation are based on this, like watching what's going on in the mind, yeah? Like, because normally we're not aware at all. It all just happens, the drama happens, and we get swept away by the drama, and then things happen that maybe we don't always want, yeah? Mistakes happen, we say things that we shouldn't, we hurt each other. Why? Because we got swept away with our emotions, yeah? So the alertness is like watching the mind. So many Buddhist techniques are like this. It's like, I'm getting frustrated. Okay, I'm getting frustrated. Then we think it's going to appear and it will go, yeah? Pride is arising in my mind. Okay, it's coming and it will go, yeah? Rather than just like not being aware and just letting it go, and then it grows and grows and makes a casino in our mind, yeah, okay? And then with our body, speech, and mind, we make a mess and so on, yeah? So this hook, yeah, this alertness, like my mad elephant mind, yeah, need this hook, yeah, when the emotion's rising, is to like be aware and put the mind back in the positive direction. Otherwise, like a mad elephant, if you don't put it in the right direction right away, yeah, how are you going to stop a mad elephant? Impossible, yeah. There's many stories like that, the true stories, actually. Like, for example, I heard one. There's some true stories of, like, for example, these elephant drivers, yeah. And the elephants, they have one time of year when they're in heat, no. And sometimes when the male elephants are in heat, yeah, they smell a female elephant, they just run like a tank, yeah. And sometimes the elephant driver ends up hanging in a tree or something because they're just unstoppable, yeah. And that's actually why we use elephants as a symbol of desire in Buddhism, in our archetypes in Tantra. No? So we don't want our mad elephant of mind to get totally out of control. So we need this hook, yeah, this goad, yeah, to all the time put the mind in the right direction, like micromanaging, actually, we could say in the modern terms, yeah. Before things get out of control, we're aware what's happening and put the mind back in the right direction, yeah, okay? Yeah, so all the time we need to be aware with which direction the mind's going, yeah? Like have some space, So this is actually where ethics comes in as well, because if we have too much drama going on in our life, yeah, there's no way to micromanage our emotions, because if we're in the middle of some drama, like, they did this and they're horrible and they're calling me, and, the mind is completely consumed by that, no chance to make small adjustments. The mind's just gone. The mad elephant's got out, yeah? And it's making havoc, running around, smashing up the village, Then afterwards we have to pick up the pieces and start again, no? So we try and keep our mad elephant under control, yeah? Okay? Like make friends with the mad elephant of the mind, yeah? Okay? Okay, so actually on this picture here, this is not the Da Vinci Code, but the Lama Code. Can you see? It's got something written on it in Tibetan, yeah? So that actually is D, yeah? Maybe turn it up that way. You can see that's how maybe you can read it better, yeah? So that is those are D's in Tibetan, yes? So it says D, 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 D. Oh, and actually around the top, I can actually see better. And it says Om Ara Paz. So it's Manjushri mantra. It says Om Ara Pazana D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D. So you see it doesn't say that in the book, but in the Lama Ganshin code it says if we want to develop concentration, yeah, we need to recite the mantra of Manjusri, yeah, okay. Yeah, which is why all the illustrations in Rinpoche's old books, you might think, oh, they weren't very well drawn or whatever, but there's some meaning why you put them there, yeah, okay? So, and D actually means, in Sanskrit, D means intelligence, yeah, okay? So also we should recite the mantra of Buddha Manjusri. Yeah, there's many, many different visualizations to do so, but one easy one is we can do like Omara Pasna, D, 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 D. And on your tongue is the D, no? Like this orange light, and then you say like with your mala, with your rosary, you say D D D D D D D 100 times, and then at the end you swallow, and you imagine the D goes down your throat and then goes down your central channel and absorbs into your subtle mind at your heart. Yeah. So the energy of Manjusri, Buddha gentle speech, absorbs into your subtle mind, and we become more intelligent. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, more wise, yeah, okay. And part of being wise and is having a very good concentration and mindfulness or alertness, yeah, okay. So that's the hook of mental alertness, and the other one is the ring of mindfulness, yeah, okay, yeah. So okay, so I don't know if you look at the picture, yeah. So this is an image we use a lot actually in the Vajrayana, yeah. So you can see that if you had the hook and there's a ring. Now, if you got the hook through the ring, and let's say the ring was tied onto your clothes or something, then you would be hooked, wouldn't you? Yeah, okay. It's making a very strong connection, yeah. So we need these two things, yeah, mindfulness and alertness, yeah. So just having alertness by itself is not enough. We need both of them, okay. So anyway, so Rinpoche said like this, okay. Let me just find you a definition of mindfulness. 1 second. Let's see if I can find one. Yeah. 1 second. Anyway, so Rinpoche, even up to the last time of his life, he had incredible concentration and very alert. No, yeah, okay. And this is something we can all aspire to, no? Not just think, oh, I'm going to get old and I won't remember anything and I'll just spend my time staring into a TV set or something. It's not enough now, is it? Yeah, okay. Well, and one of the good things about the Dharma is I see many older lamas and monks, and even they're very old now, okay? Still they're interested in studying in the Dharma and meditating, yeah? Very incredible example, Complete different way of getting old from normal people, yeah? It's really, really something to aspire to, actually, to maintain one's concentration and awareness, yeah? And so we can see it's possible, yeah? And we saw in Milano, no, with Lama Lawang, with Rinpoche La, many other lamas and geshus that came, no. So it means that we can do it too. It's not just for something that people in the Himalayas can do. No, we saw this in Milano, no, okay. Okay, so here we are. 1 second. Mindfulness. I just want to tell you the precise technical definition of these things. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah. If not, I'll tell you next time. I won't. Otherwise, I'll tell you next time if I can't find it like right now. Okay, 1 second. 5 months. Okay, I'll tell you what, next, because there's a little distinction between mindfulness and alertness. So next time, on Thursday, I'll tell you that, okay? But now we'll go on to the next part, okay? Okay, so perfection number 6 is the perfection of wisdom, yeah? Somehow we could say it's the most important one, but in fact we need all 6. We can't, they all go together like a set, yeah? Okay? So, for example, if we see in images of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, I don't know if I've got one here, but for example, like Buddha Manjushri, he has like all these ornaments of a Bodhisattva, like a crown and like an Indian king, no? Armlets, a thing across his chest, or anyway, 6 ornaments, yeah? So these are the 6 perfections of a Bodhisattva. So Indian kings didn't have like 3 ornaments or 5 or 2 ornaments, they had 6, yeah? We need all 6 in order to develop our inner qualities, yeah? Okay? And so each one is developing one aspect of our personality. So, but however, of those 6, somehow we could say that the perfection of wisdom is, apart from the relative bodhicitta, the most beautiful one. Yeah. Okay. So this is page 309 in NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 3, Guide to the Good Thought Supermarket. So okay. So then it says again, Nel and So, the path of shadow, the path of light. Yeah. So it says, we have the self-destructive, dependently arising, cause of and condition, believing in and following relative phenomena, yeah, which is what we do basically like every single moment of our lives, unless we make an effort not to. Yeah. Due to this, our emotional disturbances, inner darkness, and outer and inner sickness and suffering keep us in the bondage of samsara. Yeah. Why? There's something. Our mind is there's something wrong with it. Yeah, we've got a fault in our mind. We don't perceive reality correctly. We think everything has a permanent essence. Yeah, we feel separate from things. Yeah, because of this wrong way of seeing things, we got what gives us pleasure. We think if only I had that, I'd be happy. What makes us unhappy? We feel aversion and aggression towards it. Yeah. From these unbalanced states of minds come all the drama, all the mess of our daily lives, our personal samsara. Okay. From life to life, we never experience one moment of pure outer and inner world peace and happiness. Yeah. Okay. When it says pure happiness, it doesn't say we're not experiencing happiness, but pure happiness would be if we understood the actual nature of things. Yeah. Okay. What they call contaminated happiness means happiness while we still have like a broken mind, where we still see things in a dualistic way. Yeah. Okay. So, but once our mental computer is fixed and we see everything properly, then all our moments of happiness will be pure moments of happiness. Okay. So there's hope. Don't worry. We can fix our minds because the Dharma is the repair manual for the mind. Okay. Okay. Then page 310. So the path of light. We need self-healing, not slow suicide by following the projections of ignorance. Yeah. So Rinpoche all the time in the self-healing books, he says, "Oh, Guru Buddha, what we're doing, I don't know." Yeah. We're committing suicide by quick and small means. Yeah. Okay. On the personal and the collective level. Yeah. So by that, it doesn't mean like, jumping off a bridge or poisoning yourself, not suicide like that, but slowly. Yeah. By wrong thought, by wrong action, we're losing the energy of our body, speech, and mind, or collectively, we're destroying the environment. Yeah. So slowly, or slowly or quickly, yeah, we're destroying many things and finishing the life energy. Yeah. So he said, "Oh, Guru Buddha, what I'm doing, I really don't know. Please show the right path to me." Yeah. He says this many, many times in the self-healing books. No. We need to follow the positive, dependent arising, cause and condition of using not concentration, but super concentration, empowered by the great heart of relative bodhicitta, to penetrate like a laser beam the reality of absolute space. Yeah. So if we developed concentration, yeah. Okay, first, normal concentration would be good. Yeah. Okay, ordinary concentration. But then in the Buddhist meditation manuals, it explains 9 levels of concentration up to the point of what's called shine, which means where the mind stays peacefully on any thought that we put it on. Yeah. Okay. So then if we develop this shine mind, okay, then for example, if I wanted to think about love or compassion or whatever I like to think about, my mind would just stay there. Yeah. and like not even just for 5 minutes, but I could concentrate for, let's say, 20 minutes, half an hour on that positive thing. So if I had a mind like that, it would be like super concentration, yeah? Because now our mind's like a bee or something, isn't it? Just like 1 second here, 1 second there, yeah? But if we had like this very powerful concentration and we put it on something positive, we can imagine how easy it would be for us to develop a positive habitual pattern in the mind. So that's why it says it's like a laser beam, yeah? No, I don't know. Our mind's a bit like, I don't know, if I switched on all these Christmas lights, yeah, our mind's like going like this all over the place. But the mind of concentration is like a laser beam, like, yeah, it just stays there, yeah, okay? So this super concentration mind, of course, empowered by bodhicitta, but remember, this is Mahayana Buddhism. Why bother to develop super concentration unless you want to use it for the benefit of all beings? Otherwise, you don't need, no. Just have ordinary concentration will be quite enough for you, no? For me, no? So the best thing we could shine our super concentration on was fixing our broken mind, yeah? Oh, finally, now I've got the tool I need to repair my mind. I've got the manual of the Dharma, I've got all the instructions, but what I need to do is concentrate on that for long enough for my mind to heal, yeah? Okay? This is why we use the super concentration of Shine, yeah? It's a bit like, like when you're, let's say you had a computer that was broken, no? And you had a wire broken or something, yeah? Then, at least, I don't know if they still do this, but they used to like use these soldering tools, yeah? Which is hot, no? And so you need to put it on for long enough to melt it and to fix it, yeah? So this is a bit like if we had the super concentration mind, the heat of the concentration would stay there for long enough for the mind to be healed, no? Okay, by understanding the nature of reality, yeah, by understanding that the dualistic vision is not correct, and so on, yeah. Okay. Then Rinpoche says, page 310, we need to relax our mind, NgalSo. That's what NgalSo means, no? Into the absolute space to realize the truth about ourselves, others, and phenomena. Yeah. So it doesn't say if you think about emptiness, you should run away, or you should decide to clean out your kitchen cupboards or do anything else. Yeah. This is the ego mind, no reacting. Yeah. Because this is the normal reaction. We immediately start to think about emptiness. Yeah. The ego gets threatened. Yeah. The self-grasping mind, let's say technically. Yeah. Then you find yourself doing things you would never normally do, yeah, and anything to distract yourself, yeah. But it says we relax the mind. Why? Because we have bodhicitta into absolute space, yeah. And we meditate on 3 things, yeah. Where is the essence of ourselves? Where is the essence of the self, yeah? Where is the essence of phenomena, yeah? Self, others, and phenomena, yeah? So we use this a lot, this threefold thing. For example, when we do our 6 mantras and mudras, which we do very often in our Guru Puja, we do like this, no? Like this, no? On, Sabawa, Bishade, Damate, Bedna, Siddhi, Hum. This thing here, yeah? Sometimes they say it's like a victory banner, yeah? Like the ones in Self-Healing, a victory banner like that, waving, yeah? Other explanation is this is like a trident, like trident, like Shiva or many Buddhist deities, actually, Chenrezig Singhanada or Hayagriva or many, actually, Haruka, they have tridents, no, okay? So this trident, this trishul, is piercing the dualistic appearance of ourself, others, and all phenomena. Ha, yeah? Destroyed the dualistic appearance, yeah, okay? By repeatedly meditating with super concentration on absolute space. That means we need to do this meditation again and again. It's not just like, sometimes you hear these Zen stories, no? Where somebody goes to the Zen master and then they have this enlightenment experience and then they kind of get enlightened, yeah, okay? So according to our tradition, which comes from the Indian lineage, this is not possible, yeah, okay? You can't just have like one breakthrough experience. I mean, you can have flashes for sure of profound experience, but the Indian point of view, the one that we follow in the our Gelugpa Tibetan Buddhism, is that we need to again and again repeat this meditation in order to clean the mind of many, many different levels of obstruction, yeah, and error, yeah, okay? So by repeatedly meditating with super concentration and absolute space, we can quickly remove the inner veils of ignorance and darkness to become arhats or self-liberated people, who experience the personal peace of nirvana. Yeah. So I was saying this another day. Yeah. That our mind is like very dirty, and it's like the bodhisattva path. There's 10 levels, so it's like our washing machine has 10 dials. No, okay, like there's 10 programs or something, or even more. Yeah. So it's like the idea that our mind is super dirty. We need to keep on washing our mind again and again. Yeah. So they explain it like this: there's like big obstruction, then big middle, big small, then middle big, middle middle small. Yeah. Small big, small middle, small, and then okay. Yeah. 10 levels. Yeah. Okay. So again and again, after we have our first eureka moment, first flash of reality, first direct experience, yeah, which is called the path of seeing, then we need to keep on, it's hand washing now, we need to keep on washing the mind again and again and again. How? With the super compassion of bodhicitta, or at least something like of that, yeah, and with some kind of concentration, thinking about the nature of reality again and again and again. So this is cleaning the different levels of dirt, the delusions and their imprints out of our mental continuum. Yeah, this is what the actual Mahayana path is, by the way. Okay. So then gradually we can become either an arhat if we have the motivation to reach nirvana, to find peace for ourselves, or a solitary Buddha, which is a self-liberated person. Or, it says, more than that, if we have the great awakening heart, bodhicitta, we can experience the incredible personal development of an Arya bodhisattva. Yeah? So there's bodhisattvas and Arya bodhisattvas. An Arya bodhisattva is a bodhisattva who understands either partially or fully the nature of reality. Okay. And people who have bodhicitta but haven't understood directly the nature of reality are like actually ordinary bodhisattvas. There's ordinary people and Arya people. Yeah. Through NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing, we can wake up the deepest, most subtle and powerful levels of our mind and energy by experiencing the non-dual nature of reality. Non-dual means when your mental computer is fixed and you see things properly. Now we see everything as dual, like self and others. Yeah, we literally see. We perceive reality. Everything is like two. It's like what's really there, and on top we superimpose a kind of fantasy view of reality. Let's say a subjective world that isn't there. Yeah. So actually now there's two things: what's really there and what we put on top. Yeah. So when it's non-dual, we just see reality directly, yeah? What's really there, yeah? So obviously that would be a more healthy state of mind, yeah? By experiencing the non-dual nature of reality, we can link, harmonize, and unify the relative and absolute levels of truth and the two mandalas of reality and swiftly complete the tantric grounds and paths and attain full enlightenment, yeah? That's a big subject, yeah? There's a huge big commentary on that, tantric grounds and paths, but anyway. This is what we need to do to pass through them all, yeah? Okay. We need to swiftly unify the two mandalas and complete the deepest level of self-healing, yeah? So anyway, so that briefly was Rinpoche's like easy, short summary of the perfection of wisdom, yeah? Okay, actually in the Bodhisattva vows, we have, when people who wish to become bodhisattvas know, within the Vajrayana tradition, we have something called the bodhisattva vow, yeah? Basically, we, in front of the Buddhas, the Gurus, and so on, we promise to dedicate our life and our energy for the service of others, to grow, to become better people for the benefit of all, yeah? So then we take actually 18, what's called root vows, and I think 46 secondary vows, yeah? Okay, so what's all this, yeah? So, okay, so the main ones are things like, for example, never give up, but never lose hope in anybody. Basically, don't destroy the environment. Yeah, there's like some very strong basic principles, and then the 46 secondary vows are like a checklist. I have 6 perfections. I need to perfect myself in 6 things: generosity, ethic, patience, energy, concentration, and wisdom. How am I going to do it? Yeah, so how I'm going to do it is by acting like somebody who's developed them. So then we have a checklist of these. It's just like what we call vows. It's like things that we need to do to become like more wise, more ethical, and so on. Yeah. Okay. And anyway, maybe we'll talk exactly about that another time. Yeah. Rinpoche, Lama Genshin, he asked Lama Michelle and me to make a thing called NgalSo Ethics, yeah? Okay. So gradually we will make a commentary explaining all these kind of Mahayana vows and Tantric vows and all this kind of stuff, yeah? But actually, what we're thinking, and also Lama Michelle, who's thinking to make like a short version, like a modern version, I think with like 10 points or something, yeah? Rather than having like hundreds and hundreds of points, yeah? Like 10 basic principles or something. And then all the rest is like ramifications of that, yeah? So anyway, so gradually we'll bring out all that, okay? I think I'll talk about that another time, yeah? Because otherwise, with self-healing, yeah? Maybe we will never finish if we actually go into everything in detail, yes? But I think maybe for now we'll go on to the next part, actually, of this prayer, yeah? Because really, everything is inside here. It's incredible, yeah? It's like from here, everything is there. Everything is condensed back into here. Like Rinpoche said, you don't need anything else as long as you understand what it is, no? Everything is in here, yeah? So let me find my page, yeah? Okay, my page has fallen out, yeah? Oops. 1 second. Oh, yeah. It's now become like a Tibetan book, yeah? With no binding. Okay, here we are. Okay. So we're in the section of, in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing 2 book, we're on page 62, yeah? This scanning Lamrim meditation that starts with page 62, please Lama Vajradhara Kien, and is going through the points of the Lamrim, yeah? Okay. So I'll just read it one time again. I hope it means a little more now. So it says, please Lama Vajradhara Kien. Please, my precious Lama healer, bless me to develop friendship, faith, and respect for you, the root of all attainments. Bless me to quickly realize the preciousness of my human life, impermanence, death and transformation, the suffering of the low states of consciousness, refuge in the 3 jewels, how to live according to the laws of karma, the suffering of the higher realms, how to practice the 3 higher trainings, which is ethics, concentration, and wisdom, how to generate equanimity, love, and compassion, how to equalize and exchange oneself with others, how to develop superior intention and bodhicitta, how to practice the 6 perfections and live a bodhisattva's lifestyle, tranquil abiding, superior seeing, the profound view of the middle way, how to become a person suitable to practice secret mantra, how to keep the vows and commitments purely, how to do the generation stage and the completion stage, realizations of clear light, illusory body, and union. There's absolutely everything. It's the whole spiritual path from A to Z, actually. And like just with this, honestly, we could give an explanation for 10 years if we go through the Lamrim in detail, you know, and then how to develop superior seeing, how to understand the middle way, the nature of reality, and to explain all the things necessary. We have a commentary called The Jeweled Staircase, written by Rinpoche La, which actually we need to publish that in a nicer way, yeah? Now we have just like a photocopy, yeah? Which is explaining these things about how to enter into the tantric path, how to keep the tantric vows, yeah? And then how to practice, actually the generation and the completion stage is how to practice the highest yoga tantra. Actually, in Rinpoche's book, he explains how to practice all 4 types of tantra. Yeah? The kriya, the action tantra, the charya, the conduct tantra, the yoga, the yoking, the union tantra, and the maha anuttara yoga tantra, the most high yoga tantra. Yeah? So the generation and completion stage is actually of the maha anuttara yoga tantra, and then how to develop the realizations of clear light, illusory body, and union, which is, I was saying before, is from that big, huge commentary of Guhya Samadja, the 5 stages of the completion stage of Lama Tsongkhapa, yeah? Maybe next time I'll give a very short explanation about that, yeah, just for an auspiciousness, yeah? But actually, I think I will go on to at least the next paragraph of this prayer, yeah? Okay. Then it says, please, bless me to stop all negativities, obscurations, and interferences, yeah? Please bless me so that all my channels, chakras, winds, and drops become pure containers for positive energy. that I may develop only good qualities of body, speech, and mind, and quickly achieve all realizations, especially the pure crystal psychophysical energies of the 5 supreme healers. Thus, even right now, in this present life, may I become exactly like you, O enlightened Lama healer. Om Guru Buddha Sutra Tantra Bhumi Patra Vasamanya Sawa Siddhi Asishkyana Ashishkiti Soha. Om Guru Buddha, please grant me all the realizations of the stages of the path of Sutra and Tantra, and all the relative and absolute attainments. Please bless me and help me to attain my energy. Okay, and while we say all this, we imagine in front is Rinpoche La and all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dakini, and protectors. And then, as we request each thing, lights and nectars flow down, for example, from Buddha Shakyamuni, for example, Lama Tsongkhapa, Manjusri, all the holy beings, yeah, Chenrezig Buddha. All this light from Rinpoche La comes down and it enters us, yeah, okay? So this energy enters us, yeah, like a light, but full of feeling, okay? So all these inner positive minds, like, oh, I shouldn't waste my life, I need to take care of my action, I'm having love for others, having equanimity, it comes in our mind, yeah? Yeah? So when the mind comes up, then it says pause and meditate, yeah? So then we try and hold the mind, that positive mind, for as long as possible, yeah? Okay? And when we do this kind of Lam-Rim meditation, we try and keep that positive mind. But if our mind gets tired, yeah, then what we can do, like kind of trick, yeah, like we say, like little hint to help our meditation, then we can say, Om Guru Buddha Sutra Tantra Bhumi Pati Vasamanya Sawa Siddhi Atishkyana Atishkiti Soha, and get a top up of positive energy, and the mind comes back again. And then we can continue to concentrate on the positive mind, yeah. And then we try and reinforce our positive thought patterns by again and again thinking about love and equanimity and so on, these 21 positive minds of the Lam-Rim, yeah? So we continue to do this until they become natural part of our mind, okay? So please bless me and help me to transform my energy, yeah? So one thing is we have to do the work, we have to think about it, we have to go through the meditations. But then we ask the Guru Buddhas to help us. So it's like two people shaking hands now, isn't it, yeah? We're doing the work, but then the Buddhas are helping us, yeah? So it's like this, yeah? That's a lot easier, okay? So we do like this, yeah? Okay. So this is the NgalSo system, is what we call the union of Sutra and Tantra, yeah? Okay. So when we talk about Tantra, it's all kinds of incredible things, yeah? But here, for example, it says, please bless me so that all my channels, chakras, winds, and drops become pure containers for positive energy. So here Rinpoche is starting to talk about the subtle body, actually, yeah, okay? The channels, the chakras, the winds, and the drops. So what does this mean? Okay, so we have, of course, we have our ordinary body, our physical body, and we somehow know what that is, even if we don't really know very much, unless we went to medical school or something. But anyway, something we know. But then we also have like a subtle body. How do we know we have a subtle body? Well, for example, because, for example, if we do acupuncture, somebody sticks a needle there, then it affects your liver or something. Why? Because it's not possible that something there would affect your liver, but it does. Why? The subtle channels that connect your body on the subtle level. Now, it's not something we can see on an MRI scanner or a TAC scanner or anything like this, but anyway, these subtle connections exist, yeah? And since actually 5,000 years or more, since the Vedic times of ancient India, many lamas, yogis, holy beings, the Buddha, and so on, have been aware of the subtle nervous system, yeah? So basically what we have a central channel, which is in the center of our subtle body, yeah? And then we have many, many branches that flow throughout our subtle body, yeah? Okay. So let's have a look, yeah? So let me show you. This is one of my notebooks, yeah? So we have many pictures like this, okay, within our Vajrayana tradition, which is showing like the subtle nervous system, yeah, okay? This is one picture that one friend kindly gave me. We have many of these, yeah? This is a picture of our central channel, okay? So the right way up, yeah? Yeah? Now this here goes from here to the top of our head and then flows down our back like an umbrella handle down to the perineum, yeah? Okay? This is the center of our essential life energy, okay? Then to the side, there's what we call two side channels. I don't know if you can see here. They actually, at certain points, they kind of twirl around the central channel, yeah, and kind of constrict it, yeah, okay. And also, if you can see, they actually, it looks like a tree or something, I don't know, or some kind of coral. But then where the two side channels are wrapped around the central channel, then there's all these little branches that come out, yeah. And where they go is throughout the rest of the subtle nervous system, yeah. So these things here, these are called wheels or chakras, yeah. And this is what, like, sort of a diagram from above, what it looks like. That's why it's called like a wheel, yeah. So here, in the crown, the throat, the heart, which is in the center of the body, the navel, and the what we call secret place, the lower part of our body, of our torso. There's these places where the main gathering centers of the main branches of where the side channels meet and join the central channel, or actually the two side channels, yeah, okay. These, can you see, they actually branch out from the central channel, but many of them are like squeezed by the side channels, yeah, okay. So anyway, so we have this whole subtle nervous system, yeah, okay, which in Lama Ganshan gave incredible emphasis that we should get to know what it is, yeah. Okay, why? Because Rinpoche Lao was a yogi. Okay, let me show you another picture. Okay, for example. Actually, this is the wrong way up. Okay. Okay, can you see? So we have, okay, this is us on the inside. Okay, yeah. This is the parts of us that we're interested in on a subtle level, yeah. We have the central channel, the two side channels, which are related to breathing, yeah. Then from the five or seven or more places. We have many of these diagrams, many different meditations. There's places where the energies gather, yeah, okay? There's doors where we can get into what's called the central channel, yeah? So why should we want to get into our central channel? Because that's where all the good stuff is, all the essence of light, all the pure consciousness, the minds, and so on, yeah? So now we're having what we call a samsaric life, an ordinary life, a limited life, yeah? So we're far from our true energy, yeah? So in yoga, in tantra, in meditation, what we try and do is go back to the essence of life, back to the central channel, yeah? Back to, discover the deeper parts of our mind, yeah? Bit by bit, yeah? Okay. And so Rinpoche, in the NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing practice, he actually gave incredible emphasis to this. I mean, these days I've been looking back over my notes of the teachings that he gave for several years when he first started to teach this NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing. And almost every time he talked about the channels, the chakras, the winds, and the drops, yeah? So anyway, so in a very short way, we have in the center of a body, let's say a tube of light, a tree of life, okay? Then we have branches that branch off at 5 main places in our subtle body, yeah? And then from there come many, many branches. So then in the end, it's like if you look at an anatomy book or something, there's many, many vessels, isn't there? Like blood or lymph or something, yeah? So we also have many, 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 many very fine, like we call subtle channels going throughout our body, just as many as the little blood channels we have in our body, if not more, yeah? We say in total we have 72,000 of these subtle energy channels that pass through our subtle body, yeah? So what do we mean by our subtle body, yeah? So what we mean by this is that when we're conceived, yeah, okay, we have our father's sperm and our mother's ovum that meets together, yeah, okay? Okay, but we Buddhists, we don't believe that that's it, and from that the whole person comes out. We believe there's a third element that enters, which is the consciousness from the previous life, yeah? And you might say, well, how do you know that? Well, we would say that, for example, when you see children who are like genius children, yeah, okay? Like you see sometimes like a kid who's like 5 years old and is, I don't know, like playing Mozart on the piano or whatever, you really see these kind of people, yeah? And we say this is because they already did it in a past life, yeah? Or, for example, if one, I don't know, a family, no? Sometimes the children, they all have the same condition, but incredible difference. And we say, why? Because they came with their own minds, yeah? Because if not, if they all had like very similar environment and so on, it should be like the same, but they're not. No? We can see clearly when children are brought up that they have very, very different personalities, yeah? And so we say that actually the mind has no beginning and no end, yeah? And where does the we don't believe in this idea of the tabula rasa like they do in the West, that from the moment of conception, everything is like complete zero, no? Then all the impressions need to grow up. We believe that actually each person comes with, let's say, their karmic baggage from the other life, their own impressions, yeah? And so, how do I say, like, so anyway, so when we conceive, there's our father's sperm and our mother's egg, ovum, yeah, okay? This joins together with our consciousness, like Om, Ahum, yeah? And then gradually the embryo grows up in the parent's womb, in the mother's womb, no? Okay? Okay, and then it gradually grows up. And in the Buddhist embryology, very interestingly, they have like all these like ancient books, the diagrams on embryology going back thousands of years, yeah? And so, okay, the latest ones, of course, you might think, okay, that maybe they had anatomy, no, in ancient India, so they could see, you know, like these kind of little embryos. Sometimes, unfortunately, people died, no, before they gave birth, no. So you can see the stages of somebody growing up. But even the most tiny ones that you can't see, they have illustrated. It's really fascinating, all these ancient scientific developments that they had thousands of years ago, you know. Anyway, so we would say that when, okay, like for example, we have our body and our mind, you know, thanks to our parents, by the way. So by the way, everybody should thank their parents, at least for this, you know. We might think, whatever else my parents have done for me in my life, they gave me this, no? They gave me the basis, my body, yeah? Okay, my mind is my mind. I did that myself, yeah? But my body, thanks to my parents, I have, you know. Without my body, I would not be able to evolve on the spiritual path. So my parents were so kind to give me this, which actually it come from them, no? It's not mine, no? Okay. We call it appropriated aggregates in Buddhism. It means I took them from my parents, yeah? So I appropriated the materials that made up my body from my mother and father, yeah? Okay. Actually, they gave, no? But anyway. So when we are born, okay, when our body's formed, yeah? Here in the heart chakra, yeah? Is the subtle energetic remains of our father's sperm and our mother's egg, yeah, and the subtle consciousness. Okay, not physically, obviously. It means like an energetic impression, yeah, because the body grows up from like one point, no, then the nervous system grows out like this, and the limbs and so on. So from this, the kind of memory, let's say, is here in the heart chakra. We call it the indestructible drop, yeah, okay, which is the energetic impression of our father's sperm and our mother's ovum, yeah? Inside is our very subtle mind, yeah? Now, this is actually the part of us that goes from life to life, yeah? Because you might say, well, when somebody dies, yeah, their body is not got, but body is gone, no? Yeah, it's degenerating, it's rotting, no? So what part, if you talk about reincarnation, what part of them survives, yeah? So obviously, we also don't think, by the way, that it's the part of our mind that's just linked with the impressions of the brain, yeah? We feel it's a deeper part of the mind, yeah? So we call this the very subtle body and mind, which is here in the indestructible drop in the heart, yeah? So it's kind of, Rinpoche always explained it like, okay, this is not a hard disk. Imagine this is a hard disk, yeah? He called it this inner space disk, yeah? So in our life, every moment, all our impressions of body, speech, and mind are recorded. Where? Actually in this very subtle disk, yeah? The indestructible drop, or sometimes they say in the Alaya Vijnana, the storehouse consciousness, the one deep part of the mind, yeah? All our impressions are recorded, yeah? Okay. And at the moment of death is like, let's say, it's a bit like you know, like the Saturn V rockets, you know, like in the 1960s, the rockets that went to the moon, yeah? So they had this huge rocket, yeah? And then gradually bits would fall away, yeah? So death is like the body falling away, and what's left is this little capsule, yeah, let's say, of the very subtle mind and wind, which continues, yeah, into the next life, and then gradually we reform a new existence, yeah, okay? So this subtle drop in our heart chakra, from there, radiates out our auric body, our subtle body. That's why I was talking about this, yeah? This is the essence of our life force, yeah, okay? Actually, our life force from all lives, yeah, okay? That's the actual bit of us that will survive, yeah? The rest of us will not survive, but that bit will, yeah, okay? So from that little tiny drop of consciousness and energy in the center of our heart chakra, in the center of our subtle body, there's what's called an auric body, yeah, okay, subtle body, yeah. Actually, nowadays they have like cameras, yeah, these Kirlian cameras where you can pick it up, you can see it, yeah. Not only that, but actually, I don't know about now, and now they have digital cameras, yeah. But when they still had cameras with film, like many times you could actually see this radiance around people's body, yeah. I remember one time, Mike, my ex-husband, yeah, took a photograph of Geshe Kelsang, yeah. I was at the time I was living in Manjushri Institute in England when I was young, yeah. And our teacher was Geshe Kelsang, yeah, so a very famous Garupa master, okay. So one time my ex-husband, Mike, took a photograph of him. He was a professional photographer when he was young, yeah. And when we looked at the photo, honestly, he had like bands of color, like looked like he had a blue one, bright blue, a bright red one, and a bright white one, yeah, around his body, yeah. Okay, and this is not something wrong with the film or something like that, yeah, because everything else was the normal color. But many times these older kind of cameras used to pick up these kind of auric lights, yeah. With the digital ones, I don't know, yeah, if they do or not, but definitely the ones before they used to do, yeah. I've told this story before, but also one time, some friends of mine, that one time Song Rinpoche was staying with them, yeah. And one little boy had, one of those Polaroid cameras, the one you press and it goes like zzz and comes out, yeah. So being a kid, he went into the room and photographed Song Rinpoche, yeah. Song Rinpoche is Lama Genshin's guru, yeah, okay. For the previous Kyabje Song Rinpoche. So he took this photograph, this Polaroid photograph, and he was like in bed, sleeping or trying to sleep. And around there was like this whole blue light around him, yeah, because this film, this photographic film, had picked up like the Vajra tent, let's say, his meditation, his subtle body around him, yeah. So anyway, they have this thing called Kirlian photography. I think actually I have one of these photographs. I don't know now. I don't know exactly, but in my house I have one of these photographs of Rinpoche, showing the Kirlian photo. For Thursday, I'll try and find it if I can to show you. It's amazing. These things are amazing, yeah. Anyway, this, all I'm trying to say is this auric body, it's not just something that hippies believe in, okay? It really does exist, okay? And anyway, and it comes out of the very subtle mind and drop the energy in our heart chakra, yeah? So our subtle body actually can be influenced by many factors, yeah? Like, for example, our diet, yeah? By the environment, by our meditation practice, by our emotions, yeah. So also, like anything else, it's a dependent arising, yeah. And so, very interesting in the Tibetan medicine and astrological practices, the Tantra, they talk about this subtle body and how to heal it and increase it and so on, yeah. And in fact, Lama Genshin, he made one book called "Making Peace with the Aura," yeah, explaining these things, yeah. So maybe next time, seeing as we're going on to this subject, we can look a little bit at that, yeah. I mean, the NgalSo teachings are so vast, yeah. It's like unlimited somehow. But anyway, but we're following NgalSo Tantric Self-Healing too. So this next time we'll talk about channels, chakras, winds and drops. What are these, yeah? Why do I need to make them pure containers of positive energy, yeah? Okay. So we'll do like this, okay, next time, okay? Actually, now I'm looking at the clock already. It's almost 9 o'clock, yeah? So what we'll do is we'll make actually a shorter dedication, yeah? So let's dedicate together that the pandemic swiftly ends, yeah? Let me just find one prayer. Let me find the Shantideva prayer. So if you have somebody who's sick or suffering that please generate good wishes for them, wish that their suffering goes away, that they become happy, that and healed and so on, and they find peace in their hearts, yeah. Okay, let me just find 1 second. Okay, here we are, yeah. In the Rinpoche, but in the last year or two of his life, was saying very, very often this prayer of Shantideva, yeah. And okay, so this actually also I feel like saying it as well, because it was so predictive of what was going to happen this year, But Rinpoche was saying this before. Maybe I had this feeling, of what was coming. I don't know. Okay, so first let's touch our hands to our heart and we'll say our NgalSo dedication Om Bishwa Shanti Hum, yeah? And then send all the good wishes you want to all those who are sick and suffering and so on, yeah? And then we'll make this auspicious dedication taking from Shantideva Bodhisattva Charya Avatara. Actually, I think I'll say it in English, yeah, okay? And then if you have it in your language, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, our friends have many languages. And I think we made this in almost every language. Please, if you like, say it together in your language, yeah? It's in the Chenrezig Singanaga practice, and also I'm sure many other parts. Yeah, maybe somebody can post this in our Sangha groups. Yeah, I'm sure most of you have it, but just in case anybody doesn't have this prayer, it's super nice. Yeah, and it's like so totally appropriate for the right now. No, okay, so let's all dedicate together. Yeah, Om Bishwa Shanti Hum, Om Bishwa Shanti Hum. Om Bishwa Shanti Hum, Om Bishwa Shanti Hum, Om Bishwa Shanti Hum. By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. By the power of the truth, peace and bliss forever. Okay, now Shantideva prayer, the one that Rinpoche said very, very often, yeah? May everyone who is sick be freed at once from every sickness. May every sickness that afflicts living beings be wholly and forever absent from the world. May medicines be full of strength. May our prayers and mantras be chanted with success. May the bacteria and the virus that feed on flesh be kind, their minds imbued with pity. May beings everywhere who suffer torment in their bodies and mind have, by virtue of my merit, limitless joy and happiness. As long as space exists, for as long as there are beings, for that long may I return to drive away the sorrow of the world. The pain and sorrow of all wandering beings, may they ripen wholly upon me, and may the virtuous company of bodhisattvas always bring about the happiness of beings. Yeah? Nimo dele sendele, nime kuyan dele shin, nin sentatu dele pel, kuncho sungi jingilo, kuncho sungi nudruso, kuncho sungi tashisho. At dawn or dusk, at night or midday, may the three jewels grant us their blessings. May they help us to achieve all realizations and sprinkle the path of our lives with various signs of auspiciousness. Thank you all very much. Yeah? So we'll continue on Thursday, European time, 7 to 9 in the evening. Thank you all very much, and I hope you all have a very good week, yeah, with a lot of inner smile and joy, yeah, like Rinpoche said, yeah. Thank you all very much, yeah.